Hey guys, welcome back. It's me Rajan Sharma, and in this video I will show you that how can we create report functionality in our social media app using Firebase. So guys, in this tutorial basically what we are going to do is we will simply create an admin app, and in that app we will retrieve all the report issues, or you can say report post or reported accounts, that we will save in real-time database. So basically what we will do, we will create report functionality in our social media app using Firebase. Understand? And after that, when you will report any post in social media app, so it will simply stored in real-time database, and after that we will retrieve that data from real-time database into our admin app. So for this guys, in this video we will also create an admin app for social media app using Firebase, where you will be able to see all the information about the application, and in case if you want to send notification to all the users of your application simultaneously, and in that application you will be able to review all the report uh, submissions that you will receive from your social media app using Firebase. So guys, in this tutorial we are going to do this interesting functionalities like report, block, unblock. So guys, if you please do not skip any part of this video and watch this video carefully. So without wasting time, let's start. So guys, we will start from creating admin application for social media app using Firebase 2021. So here first of all, click on this creating new project and choose empty activity, and here you have to give the name that admin app social media. And after that, here you can go for more information like language is going to be Java, and minimum SDK is 16. You can make it um we can change it later, so you can just leave it like this and click on the button finish. And now Android Studio will do the rest work, so you just have to wait until this Gradle sync is done. So guys, you can see that the application sync part is completely done. So after that, here you can see that we have a very basic project, main activity and activity main.xml file. So here after that, what exactly you have to do is just simply go back in your Firebase social media app using, social media Firebase project. Open Firebase console and choose social media project. And after that, here you can see that we are having this option of add app. Click on it. Now asking for several options, go for Android, and now we have the interface of joining app. So after that guys, here exactly what you have to do is just, you can see that this is the package of our application. So you just have to simply control plus C and go back in this, and here you have to paste that. And after that, here you can give that admin app social, and that's okay for now. And after that, here you have to go back in this Android Studio, click on this Gradle and open this, then task, then Android, then signing report, and here in few seconds we will have that. You can see this is our SHA1 key, so simply copy it carefully, do not skip any just copy it carefully, otherwise it will create error. Then simply paste it and click on the button register app. So this time we have to wait for the next instruction. So here you can see that our next step is you have to download this google services.json file. So simply click on this button downloading, and here after that you have to wait. My internet connection is a little bit slow. Then after that, click on this button show in folder. So here after that you can see that this is a recent file that I downloaded. Now simply click on this, and just click on this and control plus X, cut it from here, and go back in this Android Studio and close these tabs, and select this Android, go to this project level, and after that here you have to open this first as I said first, then click on this app and simply control plus V, and make sure guys, do not give google services slash one name, just only give google slash services.json, otherwise the Android Studio will not be able to detect that file just because you add that one in the ending. So you can see that I'm making it google services.json, then after that click on this enter. Now here when you look on this, so you can see that it is visible here, and when it is visible it's successfully done. So after that we have to go back in this and click on the button next, and see what is our next instruction, and that is going to be we have to add this google services. Click on it and copy it from here, and then after that go back in this Android Studio, and you have to again switch to this Android level, and after that open this Gradle sync, Now this time talking about project structure, project level gradle, simply come here and paste it. Now do not click on sync now, just wait for a few seconds because we are going to have another instruction, and that will be, you just have to simply copy it from here, apply plugin, go back in Android Studio, and this time open module level and click on button page down, and after that in the ending we just have to simply paste that apply plugin here. Now go back in this website and see the further instructions. Now after that copy this one and then go back in Android Studio, and here you have to add those dependency, Firebase BOM and analytics, that is also required. Copy it and paste it here, and then after that guys, here you have to make this min SDK 16 to 19, and after that click on this button sync now, and let's wait, see that it is done successfully or not. So if you face any error, you can let me know in comment section. I will reply in next 24 hours as soon as I can. And you can see that there's no error in Gradle syncing, everything is absolutely good, and I guess our application is connected successfully. So for checking that, you can do is just simply click on this tools, and after that you have to go on this Firebase, and this time assistant is opening, I guess. Yeah, so here you have to click on this assistant, and after that, for checking that our application is connected or not, what you can do is simply click on this real-time database, get started with real-time database, and you can see that connected. It means that our application is successfully connected with this social media project, already existing social media project. So after that, go for further and click on this next and continue. So guys, here you can see that we are only having two applications, social media and admin app social. So you can see that our application is connected successfully. So this time we can open is this Firebase database, and you can see the rest information. So finally you can see that our connecting application part is successfully done. So after that we are going to proceed in Android Studio. So for replying for implementing the what you can say report functionality, just simply you can say close this project for now because it is not required. Now after that I will open this social app, and now just maximize this and post options. So guys, first of all, we have to implement report functionality on two things. First is person user account. Second is user post. Understand, these two things can have report some data that should not be on internet. Understand? So if you think that it is bad, abusive, or sexual content, so we can just apply for the report, or you can explain the issue that is the reason that it should not be here. So after that, here you can see that we are having this post layout, so it will generate when you will click on the more option button in fragment 4. So you can see that here we are having this fourth number, I mean last text view of delete red color. So you just have to simply copy it from here and control plus D. Now we have another text view of red color, so here you have to change the IDs, and that is going to be report TV post. Now done, change the text that report post, and now you can report that post. So now the drawable part is left. So for that, here what exactly you can do is open this, and here I have already imported icons. You can see that this is the code of that report. You can just generate it from the drawables. It's very easy part. Now then after that, change the color and remove that color tint line from here. So after that, here you can see that we are having the icon. So all I can do is I would like to change it, so I will simply write the name, and that is report 24, and done. So now you can see that drawable start is now changed, so we are having this. So guys, this time when you will click on the button more options, so it will also show you this extra option of report post. So after that, you can do is it's time for Java part. So simply, first of all, we will implement for the post, and after that we will go for the users. Understand? So it will be easy for you, just to step by step, easy to understand. So after that we can go for the fragment 1, I mean fragment 4, not layout file. Fragment 4 means Java fragment 4. So here simply write F4, and now we have the F4. So here you have to go inside that bottom sheet where we are exactly handling the more options set on click listener. So let me close this rest of the codes that are not required now. So here you can see we are using the Firebase recycle adapter for retrieving the data. So here exactly you can see that we are handling that likes, comment button, and more button functionality. So here we are having this like btn, TV name, profile btn, and you can see that we are having this menu options, and so we can proceed from here. So you can see that this we have some parameters like name, URL, time, user ID. We will need all of them. So after that, here you can do is we also need the URL. So just make this a string, user URI, and then just uncomment it. And after that, just menu options, show dialog, and after that dialog we will see, so you have to pass that user URI from here, understand. And now go in the social show dialog method, and extra parameter you have to, and after that you have to increase that parameter here also. So simply write comma then string, and that's going to be user URI. Now the error is solved, you can see. And now we have the user URI, so we can proceed. So this time here you have to increase that one more edit text, I mean text view, and that will be for control plus D, and that text view is going to be report. Simply write report TV, and make its ID report TV post. And now we have this report TV post, and with the successfully we have given the reference. So after that here you can proceed with that. So simply write report TV dot set on click listener, then new, then after that on click listener. And here exactly what we are going to do is uh, create a method that show and report show report sheet. So we can understand that is it is a method that will open the bottom sheet of report. So now we have this create method in fragment 4. So now we have this report show report bottom sheet. After that we have to create a layout file for the bottom sheet of report categories or issues, you can say. So after that here you have to simply write is report underscore file underscore post. And post means we will understand that it is a file for post, and it will appear in fragment 4 when you click on the more options button. So after that what exactly we have to do is just simply you can see that we are having this very basic constant layout. So here you just have to simply make it linear layout, and after that padding should be, do not give margin, give padding, that should be 10 dp, I guess it's enough. And then after that orientation, that is also important when you are using linear layout. So after that, first of all we will use a very basic text view. You can say rep content, and text is going to be report post. Text color simply Android black. Text size 20 sp, I guess, so enough. Now close it, and after that here also add some padding in this linear layout. Simply add padding, and 10 dp already added, so just make it 20. Just increase 20, 30, depends on you that how you want the UI to look. And here guys you have to give the background, and that should be bottom back. And actually it is a custom file that I created for rounded corners in the ending, understand. And if you don't know how to create it, you can watch the tutorials, because I have already shown you how to create the file like this. So after that here we have to use a very basic radio group, and simply type radio group. That should be rep content will be good. And then after that you can simply do is close it for now. And so guys, the benefit of this radio group is you don't have to, if you will use only buttons, radio buttons, so what you, this is the problem, you can select multiple options, and that is not what we are going to do. So that's why you have to create radio groups, and inside that radio group we'll use radio button. So first of all, the basic code for radio button is rad radio button. And then you can give match parent width, not height should be rep or sorry, rep content. And then here you have to give the text that should be. So guys, our first parameter is the sexual content, and then after that id, that sexual tv and underscore report, and now I guess text color it should be Android black, and after that text size and margin, you can also give some margin, so margin should be 5 dp, and then after that so I guess now almost all important attributes I have given. So after that here simply you can do is copy it from here, and then simply paste it, and after that sexual, our next should be violent and repulsive. So first of all change the id and simply make it violent and violent or repulsive. धीरे बोलो, अरे धीरे बोलो. Violent, repulsive, and and also change the IDs like violent slash violent, and violent TV, and after that violent or repulsive, or and next is hateful or abusive. So simply write hateful or abusive content, and then after that change this, that hateful TV content, and now after that paste it again, and after hateful we need harassment or bullying, so make it harassment or bullying, and also change the ID like harassment, and then after that again you have to paste it here, and this will be child abuse, simply child abuse, and ID also, so make it child TV report, and after that you have to copy it again and paste it here. This time it will be infringes my rights, so infringes my rights, and ID also, so you have to change, so write infringes TV report, and then after that control plus V. So now the last one is misleading, spam or misleading, so simply write spam or misleading, and simply write spam TV report, and after that the last one that will be promotes terrorism, so promotes terrorism, and make it terrorism TV report. So guys, finally you can see that we have all the items on. Let me increase the size, 30 sp will be fine. So now, yeah, that's good. So now you can see that we have this all the radio buttons for selecting any particular issue that you think the post have, so you can simply make it better, and then after that let me make it size again 20. I will add margin so it will have a good view. Yeah, now that's good. So you can see that is all the issues. So in case if you want to increase some more, so you can just do it, depends on you, understand, because our path will be also quite similar. So you can see the all the points that let me zoom, and now you can see sexual content, violent, repulsive, hateful, abusive, harassment of so it should be harassment of, not harassment or bullying. Yeah, so harassment or bullying, child abuse, infringes my rights, spam or misleading, promotes terrorism. So after that here we have to use the buttons, two buttons. So before that button you have to just simply close this radio group, and boom. And here you have to again write is linear layout, and simply make it match parent. Height should be wrap content, and orientation will be horizontal. We will use two buttons inside it. So after that, here you have to write one button. So button should be match parent, height should be wrap content, and text will be can say cancel. And then you can give margin 2 dp, and then after that close it. And id is also required. Text color Android white, and background Android color start. Now that's okay. So after that id still left, so id cancel report post. So post is for, so we can recognize that it is a button for post, understand. Now after that, here you have to do is give layout weight 1. So that is beneficial because we are going to use another button and it is a linear layout, and we have given match parents, so the another button will take the half space. See, another button is taking half space. So here you have to give is submit report post, and change the text to submit. Simply submit, done. So you can see that we have two buttons. We have all the options. We have our layout file, and margin top will be 10 dp. That's pretty good. So after that, you can see that we are having all the options, and the UI is looking pretty good. You can see, yeah, it's quite good. So after that, we can proceed with the Java part. So again, open this fragment 4 that we left, and after that, here let me see how much work we have done. So almost show dialog, and user URI already added inside it, and we also see the report TV show report sheet, and inside that report sheet we just need to pass all the parameters: name, URL, time, user ID, type, post key, and user URI. So report show report sheet, and I guess we have created the method. So let me just close it, and close this code also. Close this one also, and we are having a lot of, so first of all, just remove it. Why? Just you have to open the parameters, I mean add the parameters, and parameters are first of all name, and then comma URL, name, user URL, comma user URI, comma user ID, and user URI, user ID, string, time, name, type, post key, and then type, then post key, and name, URL, user ID, user URI, type, post key, and description too, because we are not having description. How is it possible they're not having description? So I guess that's okay. And one more, that is time, and yeah, time is also left. So add time here, and after that you have to click on this button, and yeah, show report sheet, and then create method and anonymous, and there will be a method with all the parameters. So that's why I deleted it before and I created it again. And now after that we have to proceed with the Java part. So simply we can copy some codes. So it's really easy, because when you have implemented something very first times, you don't have to do it again and again. We can simply copy paste codes, and I think that's all we should do, because programming is all about copying and pasting. You don't always have to, write code. So just simply copy it from here, and go below, paste it here, and then after that copy this part, Control plus C, and then paste it here again. And after that, here what exactly you have to do is simply change this name and make it report file post, understand. And now after that you have to implement the radio buttons. So before that I would like to call the button. So button will be cancel and equals to dialog, then dot find view by id r dot id dot dialog, and sorry, a cancel button. So simply write cancel report post and semicolon, and then after that simply control plus D, and this will be for submit report report, and make it submit report post. Now we have both buttons. So after that you can simply write is cancel dot set on click listener, then new on click listener, and here you have to do is dialog dot dismiss, and after that we will handle submit button, submit report dot set on click listener, then new, and then on click listener. So here you can see that we are having both buttons. Yeah, so after that it's time to create a Java class that will work as a model class for report. So simply click on this package and then go to this new, then Java class, and here you have to give is report class and enter, and we will add some strings like first of all string should be name, and then URL, then user URI, and then post key, post key, just don't think it's required. So name, URL, user UID, and user URI, then UID, and then type, that is important, and also issue. Yeah, so issue, and the name, URL, user URI, and name, URL, user URI, UID, type, issue, and time, obviously the important one. Now almost see the parameters that enough or not. User UID, type, post key, time, that's okay. Post key I don't think, if it is required we can change it in future, but for now it's okay, it's enough. So after that you have to simply click on this alt plus insert, and then getter and setter, then control plus A, then enter. So we have all the getter and setters. Now click on this page down and come below here, just simply cut this line, go page above, just inside this class paste the line again, and here you have to click on this, write public, and then after that class name, because we are creating an empty constructor, then brackets, then braces. Now done. So guys, our report class Java part is almost done. So after that we have to initialize that class here. So simply go at the very above, and then simply close it, and above, very above, and here you have to write report class, then report class semicolon, and come inside this on activity created, and here you have to write report class equals to, I mean we are initializing it here, so again report class, then semicolon, done. So after that we can proceed here. So we have the report class. So now it's time to work with the radio buttons. Yeah, so simply write radio button. First one will be for sexuals RB, radio button equals to dialog dot find view by id r dot id dot radio, yeah, sexual TV report, and then copy this line, and control plus D, then control plus D, control plus D, control plus D, control plus D, and control plus D. So finally after that see all the options: sexual, violent, hateful, harassment, sexual, violent, RB, and after that hateful RB, then harassment RB, then violent, harassment, hateful, harassment, third number is hateful, fourth number harassment, fifth number child abuse, infringes my rights, then child RB, infringes RB, and infringes RB, spam, and terrorism. So spam, RB, and after that terrorism RB, and now you can deal with the IDs. So simply write violent TV report, and then hateful TV report, then harassment TV report, then child TV report, then infringes TV report, then spam TV report, then terrorism TV report. And now we have given all the IDs. I mean, we have initialized, I mean, we have given the reference of all the radio buttons. So after that, here you have to declare some strings. So like sexual equals to sexual content, or instead of this we can do it later. So just simply do what here you have to do is now we have the reference, and yeah, it's time to handle the submit report button. So when you will click on the button submit report, so here simply write database reference, and that should be report reference post, report reference post. So after that write database dot get reference, and that should be report post and semicolon, and then after that report post, that is the reference. So after that, yeah, come here in this show submit report button. So here you have to do is simply first of all write report class dot set issue, and just before that, sorry, yeah. So first of all, here you have to check that if sexual RB dot is checked, then else, then if, then after that our next option is violent. So write violent RB dot is checked, then again else, then if hateful RB dot is checked, then again else, if, and after hateful we have child RB dot is checked, and then again else, if, and after that infringes RB dot is checked, and then else, then if, and after that promotes terrorism. So write terrorism dot is checked, then again, and again else, then if, and here last one is terrorism, or sorry, spam misleading, I guess, spam RB dot is checked. Now yeah, so finally you can see that we have total issues 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, total 7. So also check it here that harassment, yeah, one left. So after that else, then if harassment RB dot is checked, yeah, done. So now we can proceed. So if it is sexual RB, so what we will do, we will simply write report class, then dot set issue, and issue should be sexual content, and done. And after that write a report class dot set name, that will be name, and then report class dot set time, that will be time, and report class dot set type, so type, and report class dot set UID. So UID is basically we are generating the UID here, so why it is not showing here? Yeah, so in the UID you have to set the user ID. Yeah, that is the user ID of that user. So make sure the user ID of that user who have uploaded that post, understand? So simply after that write report class dot set URL, and that is going to be URL, and then report class dot set user URI. So in the user URI you should set user URI. Now I guess we have sent name. Just focus on the important strings like time, name, user ID, and post URL, and also user profile URL. So these are some strings that are mandatory, and otherwise it will create problem. So just make sure these strings are in that child real-time database of report post, and after that here you have to simply create a string that will be key equals to report post ref dot push dot get key, then semicolon, and after that here report post reference dot child, and that will be key, then dot set value, that will be report class, and then semicolon, and after that simply write dot add on success listener new on success listener, and simply do is toast message, and it should be get activity because it is a fragment, and text is that reported reported successfully successfully successfully. So that is what you have to do, and after that just simply copy it from here and repeat the step with all the issues. Control plus V, and it is violent, so we will make it violent or repulsive. So simply go here and write violent or repulsive, and violent or repulsive, then hateful content. So again come here and make it hateful abusive content, hateful or abusive abusive content. Set issue hateful abusive content. Now child abuse, so simply write child abuse, and then for infringes and infringes, so simply write infringes my rights, then again control plus V, terrorism promotes terrorism, so simply promotes terrorism, and last second is spam, so write spam or misleading, and the last one is harassment, and harassment, so simply paste it and write harassment, harassment. So guys, you can see that our all the radio buttons functionality have done successfully, and we are also inserting data in real-time database, and then I think now our coding part is almost complete. So you can see that our bottom sheet is created successfully. So guys, now I'm finally running this application in my mobile and see the output, that is it working or not. So as you can see that the application is running absolutely good, and there is no error, and now data typed successfully. So after that guys, here I will simply click on this fragment 4. So here you can see that we have some data of users. So after that you can see that it is the post of mine Ranjan Sharma, so I will click on this more option, and here you can see that report post is successfully showing in the options of bottom sheet. So I will click on it, and after that you can see that we have this very beautiful bottom sheet and very beautiful UI, and with all the radio buttons and two buttons. So I will simply open the real-time database on the screen, and you can see this is our real-time database with all the data. So here I will simply do is I will select this sexual content and I will click on the button submit, and we can see that the child created here report post. You will open it with a random key and issue sexual content, name Rachan Sharma, time of the post, type of the post, IV because it is an image, and user ID and URL of the post, and user UID, it is a URL of user's profile URL. Understand? Now I will change the options. You can see that sexual content is automatically unchecked, and after that I will again click on it. So this time it should be child abuse. So open it and you can see that it is child abuse. So you can see that, and next if I will make it spam and misleading, submit, and report it successfully, and then after that spam or misleading. So you can see that our reporting functionality is working absolutely fine, and if I will click on the button cancel, so it will remove the bottom sheet. You can see, so you can see that the reporting post functionality is working pretty good. So guys, that is enough for this video, and in next tutorial we will simply retrieve this report data in admin application. So you will be able, admins will be able to review that post, and then you can remove the post if the issue is correct, and if you want, if you think that the report is fake, so you can leave that post as it is. So guys, in next tutorial we are going to work with admin application of social media app using Firebase. So guys, please do not forget to like this post, subscribe my channel, and if you like this, if you like this tutorials, please like, share and subscribe my channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon so you will never miss any update. And guys, if you want the source code join button, simply join membership of this channel, so you will be able to get the zip file, source code, and I will also provide you a complete social media APK file with separate Firebase account if you will join third level of membership. Thank you for watching.